Today's Master Duel video, I'm coming to you guys with the best deck in the entire world. Yo, hello?
I'm curious as to what you're doing in my chair.
Wait, what?
I'm the Mannadium God!
Okay, all right, well, I just said Mannadium.
Did you win Watch This Bowling Night with Mannadium?
Where did you come from? I just said Mannadium and you just showed up.
I heard Mannadium.
I thought you only pop up when I say Pendulum. Well, now it's Mannadium too?
I have pendulum scales tattooed on my bicep, and I have Mannadium tattooed on my wrist. This time is not just scared. Sam also doesn't know anything about Mannadium like I do. I finished top 4 at YCS Indiana, the 2,000 players with Mannadium, and I finished first place at YCS Bologna with Mannadium. And it didn't even happen yet. It's in 6 days. Mannadium Master Duel Masterclass. Let's go. Before we get into this video, I released a Mannadium Masterclass where I show you how to play Mannadium properly. Live for 5 hours. Live for 5 hours. It's TCG Mannadium Masterclass Master Duel. So check it out and get prepared for what's coming in TCG. Whether you're a TCG player or Master Duel or not, check out the recording. It's on sale now because it's already done. The live class was 40, but check it out now. It's in the description. And let me tell you right now, this is the best deck in Master Duel. Going first, it puts up 8 negates. Going second, it breaks any single board with 14 defensive cards going second, and never bricks because it's 25 starters. Triff math, baby. Let's go. It's time to show you guys the power of Mannadium, the new best deck in all of Master Duel. I know I'm not Sam, but guess what? I'm a lot better at Yu-Gi-Oh than he is, let me tell you. And this hand right now, I wouldn't even say it's the greatest hand. We're still gonna clap. If you guys want to see more Mannadium, make sure to subscribe to my channel. I'll be in the link down below. Triff Gaming. I specialize in Mannadium. I also specialize in Pendulum. Let's go. What Calarium does is it adds any Mannadium from your deck to your hand. Typically, you want to get Room Heart. If you do not have access to Room Heart, sorry, if you already have access to Room Heart, you want the Room Heart to get Meek. So it's Room Heart and Meek, and then your decision after that of the Mannadium spells and traps. The idea of this deck now with Vicious Astrolabe is you want to make sure there's always Vices and a Monster 1521 in the graveyard at all times. And that's how you really capitalize on this the most. So our next line of play here, we're going to special the Meek. And I'm going to give a lot of tips for you guys. Lots of tips are going to come on this video because I'm going to say it. I'm the best Mannadium player in the planet. There's not a man alive that's better at Mannadium than me. Simple-handedly, cold hard truth here. And you guys are going to see and witness exactly why. Now, we have an option here to draw if we like, but it's just not really necessary. So we're going to go for the reframing to get for the best full end board. And then we're going to trigger both Meek and Calarium. Always use Calarium as Chainlink 2. Plays around Ash much better. Select the target, so we're not going to be able to summon all these bad boys out. We're going to wait for him for the perfect time. So we're going to summon and summon. And Obsidian, for those that don't know, has a beautiful grave effect. And Meek, anytime he gets destroyed, you don't play Torrid, don't play the other Mannadium. You're so shit. Only play Meek as only ball. You got enough balls as it is. You're a Mannadium player. It doesn't get more ballsy than that, you know? So you don't need more than that. Just 3. Who needs 2? And then after this, we're going to use the effect here to bring out another level 2. And we're going to do our best player on Nib. If he Nibs us here, we don't give a shit. This deck plays around Nib like nothing. It actually makes Nib a completely blank card. A completely blank card. No Nib, no problem. You are not going to get absolutely destroyed, my friend. So we're not going to put these out. You could use Vices to destroy Meek, and Meek will summon itself out again. However, there's no point. What value do you gain from that? Utterly, literally nothing. So instead, we're going to activate the effect in Graveyard of Mannadium Obsidian. You can notice with Kashtira cards as well. Kashtira cards lead to a Scareclaw card. So Fenrir becomes the best card in this entire deck because you are literally able to go Fenrir into Scare Kashtira into full combo, which is so absurd, especially with cards like Droplet and Econ, and as you continually play. So you're gonna witness now, this is a top classic play. You always want to get access to Vices, you want to get access to Room Heart, and now we're getting Ragphobia. So we're gonna use Ragphobia effect now. So we'll get the last one, that is Rykar. What a beautiful Rykar we have here. Also allowing us Scare Cash to be live eventually. And we're now gonna special underneath the zone. Scareclaw cards want everything in defense. Make sure you always have 3 monsters in defense at all times. You can trigger Ragphobia to not just pop, but you can use Arrival and Rykard to actually draw 1 on top of the effect of Rykard. So we got ourselves a free Rykard here for nothing. And now we're actually doing something very, very cool. We're actually going to find a way to get curious. All right, so this is going to be very cool. What we're going to do is we're going to put Meek and Lightheart into Crush. Let me do some math here because I am kind of a genius. All right, we're gonna go Scareclaw Arrival. We're gonna go Scareclaw Arrival here to bring out none other than Vice's Starfrost. And then we're gonna put Vice's Starfrost in defense. All right, you guys are gonna notice now that we have 2 darks, which is Rykheart and Lightheart. We actually do play a deck here that gets the Curious. So what we're gonna do next is we're gonna go into Cross Sheep with Meek and Lightheart. You could put it's better to put Cross Sheep in front of Baron, but there's no value gained from that simply because your opponent's gonna scoop. Like it doesn't matter. You don't actually gain legit value. So here we're gonna use Lightheart's effect. You're able to use Lightheart's effect in grave whenever there's a monster there. Next, we're gonna make a free monster. We can make Changing or Chaos Angel here. I'd say we make Changing. Changing is always very good with reframing. Now we're just gonna set up a very nice Curious. So we're gonna just get a free Changing. Hello Changing and hello Baron and hello Droplet and reframing. We didn't even start yet. We're now actually going to special summon Astrolaud, which is the whole deck essentially, with how good it is. We're gonna remove Roomheart and Vices. See you later Vices, see you later Roomheart. Always keep the Scareclaw in the grave, it's just a little bit better. And now this will trigger Cross Sheep. So now Cross Sheep will be able to special any monster from our graveyard. If you notice, Astrolaud can also pop a monster they have. If you notice, we specifically kept the Rykheart here. The Meek can also make Chaos Angel. So I can summon Chaos Angel here, okay? I can summon Chaos Angel and make a, I can summon Meek and make a Chaos Angel right now, if I wanted. And then end up with an unbreakable board. So we could do that. I'll show you guys the classic route, just so you guys are a little more familiar. We could also do it, we could go, if you want to play a little more like, I wouldn't say bricky, but you could go into Curious as well, send Eradicator, and make Griffin. So that's another line you could do as well. We're not going to take this and this and go into Chaos Angel. That way all of our cards are protected. And lastly, what we're going to do next, no, I do not want to use Chaos Angel's effect. Thank you for asking, however. Next, we're going to use the Scareclaw in our grave, getting rid of the, well, we have a few options here. Get rid of the Arrival. You don't really need that right now. And then we're going to take the Lightheart, the Cross Sheep, and the Scareclaw into Apollousa. You notice we do play Curious and Griffin in this, so I just wanted to leave that line open just so you guys can see. Where this same end board could have been Curious Griffin and set Eradicator, and you just Eradicator. But this is auto win on the spot, especially because the Apollousa will always get its full value through Chaos Angel. And this is just an instant scoop from your opponent, where you're going to end on Baron, Changing, Chaos Angel, Apollousa, Droplet, reframing, and all of Apollousa's effects will resolve because Chaos Angel just protects everything. Actually, no, Chaos Angel does not, because it was made just with a dark. So, but that's all you care about. You just want the Apollousa to survive. That's all you really care about. So we could have made it with the Changing if we wanted, but I did kind of want to do Curious as well, but this is perfect. And your Changing will resolve at any time you want, because whenever you use reframing, which is an Omni Negate, you then use reframing second effect in grave to put all the Mannadium cards in your graveyard back to your deck, triggering Changing to non-target banish. And we actually could have set this the opposite way around. We could have made Chaos Angel first and then Changing. I got reframing, I don't care. Haha, loser. You think I'm gonna sit? Did I look scared to you? I kind of was. But bro, I don't care. Destroy another card. Yeah, destroy the Evenly. Get out of my face, you loser. What an ugly guy. Lava Golem Evenly, and you're still gonna lose. You play Lava Golem and Evenly, and you're still gonna get absolutely slapped. This is what we like to see.
It will not end like this.
What are you playing? Huh? All right, end phase. We're gonna use reframing to put everything back. The reason why is you want to draw these cards. I want to draw the Meeks right now to get a free summon. So we're gonna put those bad boys back. We're gonna draw one. He thinks the Swords of Revealing Light's gonna save him. I built different, bro. I built different. I called this. I called this. I put this back. We're built different. Oh my God. My own genius scares me. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go Scareclaw Rykheart effect to add Scareclaw Arrival. We're gonna get this bad boy. And then we're gonna special Meek in defense because we control a monster 1500 defense. Or 1500 attack, 21 defense. Then look at this trick. Reichphobia is gonna pop your ugly Swords Revealing Light. Who are you, Yugi? There's only one Yugi here, and his name is Steven. Let's go. Now we're simply going to put all of our monsters to attack position. He definitely does not play Battle Fader, and even then, it doesn't matter. Later, the Lava Golem evenly, you still got slapped, and we still had 5 negates after Lava Golem and evenly. This is the best deck. Let's go. Now I'm going to teach you guys how to properly combo with Mannadium. If you guys want to learn more about how to combo with Mannadium, that other than the best Mannadium player in the planet is TCG and Master Duel, check out my Mannadium masterclass with Professor Triff. I show for 5 hours all the secrets about Mannadium beginning to end. Everything. So with that being said, I'm going to show you guys how to combo now. No, none other than a hand like this, where it's just all Mannadium cards. This is where you guys can actually learn what they do. The idea behind this deck is simple. The first Mannadium card you want is Roomheart. Once you get Roomheart, the next card you want is Meek. And then get the that, of course, you already have Colarium. That's what you want to get to. And you want to resolve Colarium's pop of special effect as much as possible. As you see here, when you're popping with Obsidian or Vices, make sure to specifically pop the Meek. Now, if you guys don't know what these cards are, I do recommend familiarize yourselves with them first, because this is elite level, baby. I'm the best player in the game, but I'll go slow down for the noobs. It's okay. I love noobs. I was once a noob too when I was 2 years old. So now I'm going to teach you guys how to destroy the other noobs. Always, you want to get Roomheart and Meek in rotation consistently, and you want to be popping the Meek as much as possible. You're able to pop Meek multiple times and still summon multiple Meeks from deck, as well as Colarium summon it back from grave. So keep resolving that and getting as much plus as possible. As you saw there, what that did was when Meek gets destroyed, it specials another Meek from the deck. And Colarium says when a tuner gets destroyed, you get special that tuner from the grave. So it's a cool little loop there. You get both out there. And Imaginings lets you draw 2 and put 1 card back. So I put Wreckphobia back, knowing that I'm going to get it for free. And then I'm going to do a cool little trick here with Axel Synchro. This is not doable in TCG, but right away at this point, there was no, like right when I summoned, you'd prefer Baron right away in TCG because you get nibbed and you get destroyed. However, once you summon these guys, you see no trigger that there's a card on the 5th summon, no nib clearly, unless they're super mega giga brain and decide to click off all notifications or whatever, so I can't see that he has nib. But no one's gonna do that in a scenario where I could put up Baron at any moment. So the second you see 822, and if you could make Baron, they don't go nib, they don't have nib. So you're able to do this and play with fire a bit to end on a slightly better end board, where you can get the Dispatter and getting a free summon. So here we're gonna go Lightheart, get a free Reichphobia. And you always want to put your cards in defense where you can, because Reichheart is able to draw 1 card if it's summoned with 3 monsters in defense. So we get ourselves a free Scarecrow Reichheart here. We go Bestial Dispatter. So now Dispatter is we'll go Arrival. We're gonna get lots of cards here. You get Vices. You're gonna go straight into Cross Sheep. And then right away, you're gonna go Baron. I meant to put Cross Sheep in another zone. That was my mistake. Trigger the Cross Sheep Synchro effect. But I should have, like, with the Synchro effect, you get free value. At this, you get free attack boost, but you put everything in defense anyways. Because if it's an attack, you might literally die to some purely cards if they have too many board breakers. But if you see how many interruptions you're about to get, that's a lot. Now, if you check your grave, you set up Cross Sheep. Doesn't even know why. You set up Cross Sheep because of Astrolaud. So now what you do in the grave is you banish Vices and Scarecrow Reichheart to special Astrolaud underneath Cross Sheep, triggering the effect of Cross Sheep to special Meek or Roomheart. Meek and Astrolaud can then, at that point, make another Synchro 10 if you want Changing, and then Dispatter could special back the Vices from the extra deck. So this end board is Dispatter, Baron, Changing, Apollousa, Reframing, and Book of Eclipse. And all of Apollousa's effects are going to resolve because whenever they enter battle, you just Changing Banish, because you'll have Reframing in graveyard at all time for free banish. And that's Apollousa, Changing, Baron, Dispatter, Reframing, Eclipse, Apollousa for 3. Unbreakable end board. Of course, he's going to scoop before because he knows he's going to get slapped. And that's the idea of it. That's the combo tutorial. And now I'm going to show you guys the deck list so you could utilize that combo tutorial with. This is the deck list. I'm going to go over every single card in here and I'll explain it in depth. So let's get straight into it. If you want to see more Mannadium duels, let Sam know in the comments right now. And we'll set up an ultimate battle of me and Sam, me playing Mannadium and Sam playing Blue Eyes against Syriax and Syriax buddies. And Rhyme Style, because we're the better duelists. And I've seen Sam needs some help because Sam's getting slapped up in his videos. So I'm gonna go over the cards for those that don't know. I know some of these are new to Master Duel. So for all the new Master Duel players, I'll go over each of them. Before we get into the actual cards though, you're gonna notice that I play board breakers over hand traps. There's a specific reason why. And I make sure to play 2 of each of them instead of 3 of each of them because of the diversity of the format of Master Duel. You don't know what deck you're gonna play against. You don't know what shitter you're gonna play against. And the nature of board breakers in this deck versus hand traps, it just performs 1,000 times better. The nature of them, for one, when you play hand traps in this deck, Calarium loses so much value because this deck's very specific on monsters with 1500 attack and 2100 defense. So by playing Rykart, well, Rykart's a dark, but when Room Heart's on the field and you desperately need to summon a Meek, there will be some scenarios where hand traps affect Calarium. So hand traps, actually, tuner hand traps like Ash Blossom or Valor don't work well with this deck due to that reason. So that's one of the reasons. Next, board breakers are just better, and hand traps just like they synergize a lot better because the cards for board breakers, for example, would be cards like Droplets and Econ that when you use Rykart or Roomheart and they imperm it, or they use some card to stop it when they Fenrir it, or when they use the purely beauty, when they try to do these stuff to target Solyak, you just chain Econ or Droplet, you take care of the other interruption, and then your card still resolves and it gets to the grave. And you need these cards in grave. Roomheart, Rykart, Vices, you need them in the grave to trigger Astrolaud, which is Astrolaud is the entire deck. I'll get to it right now. First, you play 3 Mannadium Meek. Don't play any other balls at all. They're all shit. Torrid, whatever, the Earth one. Don't play any more. Like, it's already, like, the only way you break in this deck is by opening two balls. You already have 2 of them, so you just need 3 of them. So 3 Rykart as well. Don't play 1, don't play 2. You need 3. Play 3 Roomhearts, the best card in the deck. Play 3 Vices. You need more ways to it, which is why you're playing Perlerino. Like, every possible way to Vices you want. You want to see as many ways to Rykart, as many ways to Roomheart, as many ways to Vices Starfrost. Master Duel does not have access to a few Vices cards that are legal in the TCG. So we don't have Samsara and we don't have Amritara. Both of those cards are vital in the TCG. So you need to max out on every single possible card to make sure that you could play, such as Kashtira Fenrir. Because what you do in this deck is you go special summon Fenrir or activate Right South, get Fenrir, effect, add Scareclaw Kashtira, and then whether you Vices the Fenrir, whether you Obsidian the Fenrir, whether you Econ it or Droplet going second, whatever it may be, your opponent stops it because they're going second, or you summon a Meek and you go into Croc, Synchro 9, you then go straight into Scare Kashtira to get full combo. All these cards are mandatory. Rhoda. Now, as far as the board breakers, we play 11. We play 14 go second cards. This is the beauty of this deck. Take a look at this. For going Fenrir is both a go second card and a combo card. Not many cards in Yu-Gi-Oh have this. Mannadium has the ability to have cards like Fenrir and Right Soth that it could lead to Scare Kashtira to full combo, or it could just be a board breaker Fenrir your opponent has to deal with or they lose. This is the idea of the deck. Cards like that, cards like Talents, cards like Econ are taking your opponent's card that you use for yourself because there's a lot of links in the extra deck. Think of Tier Limit at its peak. This deck breaks Tier Limit at its peak no matter what boards put up there. All you need to see is 2 of your 14 board breakers. The 9 you see at the bottom, Talents 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, then any engine you have. That's why the deck doesn't break. It's like it says 14 defensive cards seem crazy, right? But of the 14 defensive cards, 5 of them lead to combo. Call by stops hand traps. Droplets Econ lets your plays resolve. Like, it's insane. You play the 1 reframing because there's no side deck. Otherwise, you just side deck it after the 9 defensive cards. The extra deck is 2 Astrolaud, 1 Stardust Charge Warrior, 1 Axel Synchro Stardust Dragon. You can play Stardust if you want, but it's not that good. Croco Dragon's cool when you play you have your 3 Fenrirs. Like, so if you hard draw Meek and Fenrir, you still have full combo. And it does come up at times. And then Baron DeFleur, Cheng Ying, and Chaos Angel. I don't play Dispatter. Without Crimson Dragon, the only way you go into Dispatter is with Axel Synchro Stardust, right? So if you go Axel Synchro Stardust into this Synchro 8 is used right away. Roomheart Meek at both level 8 is hit on the field ASAP. So that should instantly go to Baron. You want to lose to Nib? Like right after Axel Synchro Stardust and you summon a level 2, you instantly go to Baron. There's no scenario where you go Dispatter and get absolutely clapped to Nib. So just go with Baron to be safe. And you still end on an unbreakable board. Cheng Ying is a much better interruption than Dispatter because the reframing that you get will trigger the Cheng Ying at all times. And there's another version of this deck that I showed earlier. There's a lot of broken cards in Master Duel that we don't really have access to for the TCG. So instead of playing reframing, you could actually play an Eradicator. You play Curious, which is banned in the TCG. You could remove the Croc. You could add the Curious now, and you put in Griffin. And at this point, it could be your choice. The Synchro 6 doesn't come up too often. Very rarely does it come up. You don't really need it. So you put up the Curious and Griffin. And because Lightheart specials itself from Graveyard, you actually end up summoning a Griffin in the middle column because this Lightheart summoned itself under the EMZ. So this puts itself under the middle column. So your opponent gets absolutely slapped, the Griffin's effect. Curious sends the Eradicator beforehand. Then Eradicator sends the Vicious Astrolad that you summon. So the end board's better, but the extra deck has a little bit less, I don't want to say utility, but kind of. You can't go into Croc Dragon. Sometimes it comes with Fenrir. Sometimes you can't go into, you want to go into Synchro 6. It's not crazy, but it comes up at times. So what you lack in the extra deck, you have the same amount of bricks in the main deck. It's just one Reframing, one Eradicator. Then once you hit them with the Eradicator, you go Spell. You know exactly what's in their hand. And you still end on Apollousa in the top zone, Griffin, Baron, and Cheng-Ying. You still end on this. Just a difference in this, I think, because there's no Reframing. In this version, you could go Dispatter instead. So you could do this instead to end on Baron, Dispatter, Apollousa, Griffin, any of the 14 defensive cards you have, and the Eradicator. You eradicated Apollousa, sorry, the Vicious Astrolad, and they cry. And now even in the scenario where you can't Astrolad, you could also easily go into Dispatter or Chaos Angel to have the Dark. You could easily go into Access Code. You always have a Dark for Eradicator. It's damn easy. I am a literal genius. It's insane. And make sure to smash subscribe to Sam. Check out my channel down below. And last time, if you guys want to see more Mannadium videos, we'll get it done for you guys. Hope you guys enjoy the video. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.